I think the question is, what would I like to see them do? I'd like to see them punish people that I'd like to see. They're delighted to have this behind them. The attraction of a settlement, particularly for people here that wanted to make a point instead of just the money, this is a great day for them because they're finally over. Tomorrow is the first day of the rest of their lives after 6 years of living with this. And this whole thing about trial, I know everybody says this, it's not about the money. Obviously, money is a way to keep score with somebody in the civil system when you have no other way to punish them. However, it's always for them been about Tyler, his legacy, and what kind of man and player he was, and what kind of husband he was, and father he would have been. So I can tell you that the amount of the settlement remains confidential, and it'll be very carefully guarded. But there is no other confidentiality agreement. Everything else was laid out in the courtroom, and people are free to look at the record and the evidence as they heard it and form their own conclusion. Nor when they have a person with drug problems and they look him to treat, they don't look about protecting him from. But for all three of them, the parties of this and the families, today is a hugely wonderful day. And so if they're not totally smiling now, it's because what you see is a look of relief and to realize that tomorrow is the first day of the rest of their lives after 6 years of listening to Tyler be wrongly called a drug addict and his history and the kind of person he was. I think this record will show there's a lot a team can do when they have somebody in this position. What I think the message is Tyler Skaggs was an incredibly wonderful guy. And that was not the way it was being portrayed because of a lawsuit. I think they've always felt that Tyler was the guy that was celebrated in July when he died. And when they went to Houston and they had the ceremony after the game there. They knew who Tyler was. They knew what kind of husband he was. They knew what kind of son he was. And that was the message they wanted. And that was more important to them than trying to go and wait another 2 years before this was behind them. Having said that, I really would rather today celebrate the fact for these women that it's over. And we're deliriously happy with it. And we hope y'all have a wonderful holiday season.